What's up, everybody? It's Craig from 9 Volt Games, and today I'm doing another 5 games you must play. Now, please let me reiterate one more time that this is not the best 5 games on the 360, okay? Because I already did a top, whatever series, my favorite series of all times, and clearly those games would be on this list if I had felt that. Now, this is just 5 games that I feel like. For the most part, actually, I really think about it, they got ignored. One of them caused the studio to shut down completely. And one of them caused another one to merge. So I know that these games pretty much got ignored. I haven't really seen platinum versions of it. So let's get this on the road. Actually, one of these games is blatantly ignored by me. And then I played it and found out it was really good. So this is one of actually many lists I'm going to do for 360 simply because of the most games that I have right now is for my 360. And I'm going to work my way from the lesser known to the really well known that some people just kind of toss to the wayside. So yeah, let's start this off right. Let's start this off right here. This one I may get hate for, so we'll see. Wolfenstein. I know a lot of people didn't play this. I really want to think. This came out against something big. I remember that. And I remember that the popularity on this game and the hype waned so bad that the creator, the head of the creation of this game, was willing to give away a copy of this game for the first 50 people that followed him on Twitter. I was in that group, by the way. And the game's good. I got the one that got my free one. I traded it, and I ended up buying this game again later on because I was still at the point where I had to trade games to play them. And this game's good. I mean, it's not the Wolfenstein that you guys remember. I know some people who are really hardcore in Wolfenstein will say that Return to Castle Wolfenstein was the best. But I mean, you gotta understand that. I think people expect a lot from Wolfenstein simply because it is like the godfather of first-person shooters. But it's still just a first-person shooter, and I feel that what it did was very good. I mean, story is kind of throwaway. Nazis are overdone, just about as overdone as zombies. So Nazi zombies, that's a double threat. I think that's probably part of the reason that it got ignored. It's the same type of thing with Rage. I mean, this game went like above and beyond. It looks amazing. The concept is great. The weapons are wicked fun in the game. It actually doesn't just follow a straight linear path like most FPS games do. There's a centralized hub of the world, and then you go off into separate corners and you do it. It's kind of like a Zelda FPS, if that makes sense to you. You can also, there's 2 different ways you can play. You can play it in the real world and you can play it in the void. Some bosses, you find out they're like Nazi generals, and you slip into the void and you find out that they're actually like giant demons. It's actually pretty cool. Goes with the whole lore of Nazis, making the gateway to hell, blah, blah, blah. Hellboy type shit right here. But it's great. I definitely think people should check it out. Like I said, the guns are fun. It's what makes the game. Like some of the Tesla guns and stuff are really awesome. And I think now you can get this game for $10. That's what I think I got it on eBay for $10. So realistically, I've owned the game twice and only spent $10 on it. So if that tells you anything, you should probably just pick it up and try it. Especially if you have a lull in gaming. Not a lull. This one I'm doing just because the second one comes out tomorrow. The Darkness. The Darkness, yes, I do feel like The Darkness was ignored. Not so much that it was ignored like people didn't buy it. People bought the game. People bought the game and did not finish it. I beat this game twice, and now I was playing it again on the hardest difficulty. I love this game. I think it's great. It's got one of the best turning points. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give the spoiler away. It's fairly close to the beginning, but it's got one of like the best parts that propels the story forward in the game. I want to tell you so bad. It's good. It's the first time, I can't tell you what happens, but it's the first time that Jackie goes to hell. And you're like, no, he dies. That's not the spoiler. Don't worry about it. Jackie dies a couple times in this game. And hell is actually Oh my god. I just connected the dots here. This is why it's not doing so well. It's fucking Nazis in it. Hell, when you go to hell, you fight Nazis who keep reanimating over and over again. That's Jackie's hell, and through the story, you'll understand why that's his hell, and it's pretty cool. While the darkness is repairing your body, is when you go to hell, and then when you're put back together, you can come. Those who aren't familiar with the Darkness comic book or the Darkness like background stories, the Darkness is basically a curse that's been put on Jackie's family, and every time a male in his straight lineage conceives another male, it's passed on. So basically, if Jackie knocks up a chick and it's a boy, he's dead, and the Darkness will pass on to that and come out on his 21st birthday. So it's a pretty good story. This story in particular is very good. From what I played of the demo at PAX last year for Darkness 2, it seems pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely worth the novelty of trying just for the quad wielding. But please continue on with the game. That's the reason people bought this game and never finished it, is because they wanted to try the quad wielding. I can tell you that it's way more complex in Part 2. But this is definitely a place you want to go back and start, because in the first 5 minutes of Darkness 2, it's going to destroy the best parts of this game for you, to the point you might as well not go back and play it. But then again, some people may want to do that. My eyes hurt so bad, I just chopped up some onions. Alright. This one was the one I said I ignored. Sacred 2. Sacred 2 came out a while ago. I just bought it last year. I want to say in the beginning of the year. I ignored Sacred 2 for so long, and I had a friend on here who played Sacred 2 religiously. And I'm not going to lie, I did not know that Sacred was a dungeon crawler, so I avoided it. Well, I kind of knew it was a dungeon crawler, but it looked more like a hack and slash, like a gauntlet style hack and slash, and it didn't look that deep, like that deep of a looting system. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to spend $60 on it. The price ended up not going down for a while. When the price went down to $30, I said, you know what, I'm going to buy it. I played it. I got everyone at my work to buy it. We all played it, and then we all just stopped, and that sucks, because I feel like we waited too long, and if we bought it earlier, we would have played it. Sacred is great. I mean, it's no Diablo, but it's that style game, you know. Please don't tell me to buy the PC version. I won't do it. You're wasting your time. But it's definitely a fun game, and these games are few and far between on the Xbox in comparatives like, you know, your sports games and your first-person shooters. So it's definitely good to give these support. I'm mad at myself for not buying it when it came out, because I would have had more online, you know, experience and yada yada, and I felt like I would have actually played this game a lot longer. But I got a level 30 character, so that's pretty good. Here's one that I know nobody bought. Infinite Undiscovery. Infinite Undiscovery was an action RPG. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I originally bought Last Remnant. These games came out around the same time. And I played Last Remnant, and I didn't like it. So I didn't even want to start this game. But I did. I ended up starting this game. I played it. I liked it. I played it all the way up to the end, never beat it. I need to go back and finish this game. But this game was actually great. It's, you know, your character looks like the hero, and then the hero... Never mind. Your character becomes a hero. He looks like the hero, so people are like, hey, we're going to tag along. You're a prisoner? No, you're going to come with us. You know, it's an average RPG fare going on here, but the game's fun. It's definitely, it's from Square Enix, and it's an action RPG. The battle doesn't, I can say the battles run like super smooth. There are smoother games like this that are good, but it's definitely worth it. Your party's huge in this game too. But it's a good game to go back and check out. Like the other ones in this list, you could probably get this game for $10, $10 to $15 off of eBay with free shipping. Definitely check it out. And here's one that I wish people would continue playing. Def Jam Icon. Def Jam Icon, okay, I did a review for Fight for New York. Def Jam Fight for New York. Def Jam Fight for New York is the best one. I cannot get that word out. Fight for New York is the best Def Jam, hands down. This game was great because it was unique, and it's a good thing it had that going for it, because other than that, I would have stuck with Fight for New York, because the roster in this sucks. I don't really like newer rap. I don't like, you know, who they have. I don't care for Little John. I don't care for Jim Jones, Mike Jones. I don't care for any of those. I know Mike Jones fell off. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. I don't follow the music. I don't want to listen to it. It's horrible. This is all newer rappers. Well, for the time, it was newer rappers. I didn't really like their music. I like a couple of the rappers, and that's it. The creative character was very lackluster. You know, but the fighting was cool, and the venues were awesome. And what I mean by the fighting was cool is that it utilized the thumbsticks for the combat, which was awesome. And it kind of had like a fight night vibe to it, but you had to battle to the music. And what I mean by that is like the venues were fully destructible. So say that you had a giant bass speaker and you were fighting at the nightclub, and you know that a part in the song that's coming up that's a loud like bass drop, all right? You'd pick the guy up and you'd throw him into the speaker just as that bass dropped in, and it'd fling him back to the other side and cause massive damage to him. And that was great for some of the songs that I know. Some of the songs I don't know, it kind of sucked. You could, however, hook your iPod up to it, but that could potentially make the game go crazy. So it was pretty good to just pick one song, play through story mode, and learn the song, you know, till it's burned in your brain, till you can sing it. Yeah, I'm just going to let you know that I did it, Make It Rain, with Fat Joe and Lil Wayne. I memorized every beat of that song by heart. And I don't even like the song. But, yeah, that's Lil Wayne. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's one of the better fighting games. It didn't do so well. It really was 50-50 with reviewers. Like Game Informer gave it a 9.0. I don't really like Game Informer, but I'll use them as an example. One person gave it a 1 on Metacritic. It's sad. So I think Metacritic would be come out to a 10. It's really sad. All I know is that the Chicago or Redwood, whatever one did Def Jam, got closed down because of the game. And it's because of the poor performance of it. And that's when people started doing the Metacritic thing, or a game's a 75 and it's not good. Oh, one day I'm going to do a rant about Metacritic and I'm going to burn their biscuits. But no, the game was good. It was a good fighting game. It was very unique, and it was a game that you're never going to see another one like it again. So regardless if you like the music or not, I mean, there's at least one song you heard on the radio that's tolerable that you can use in that game, and it's definitely good. Plus, if you pick it up, I have more people to play online with. So check those games out. Go down it one more time. Wolfenstein, The Darkness, Sacred 2, Infinite Undiscovery, and Def Jam Icon. Pick those games up. Pick up at least one of them. Thank you guys for watching.